popping in tonight. I'm here to show you guys and put together the second layout of the Craft with Heart January subscription program. And I have the information on top of the box here. I'm going to move it down just a little bit so you can see everything here. I had talked about this the last time I did the last layout, the first layout for January, which was last Tuesday, and then I had done an unboxing of all of the layouts I think earlier that week. And what I wanted to tell you guys is I didn't have the numbers in front of me at the time. But when you get the subscription box, if you choose to get just the 1 month subscription, so if I chose just to get the January kit that has 2 sets of double page layouts, so you'd make 4 total 12 by 12 layouts. If you purchase it just that way, it is $17.95. And then you're paying $7.95 for shipping. Right, so you're getting it for $25.90, so that's the 4 layouts for $25.90. If you choose to do it where you purchase the kit every 4 months, then that's this column right here. Every 4 months you get a 10% discount. So you would get the January, February, March, and April kit, and then that's it. That's where it would stop. You would get that kit, and when you do that, you get 10% discount, and so that makes it $16.15 for those layouts, and you're also paying the $7.95 shipping, which ends up being $72.55, right? So it's a better deal than just buying one single set of monthly layouts. But if you do a 12-month program, which is what I do, you get the same box. You would get the January, February, March, and April contents in it, and then after that, then you would get the May, June, July, August, and then you would get the September, October, November, December. And when you do it that way, you get a 20% discount on all the layouts. So instead of being the $17.95 for the monthly or the $16.15 for the 4 months, then you get it for $14.36. So it's a great deal doing it that way. Plus, you get free shipping. You don't pay the shipping on any of the layouts then. So it's a huge savings, and it is billed annually. So when you sign up, you would pay the full $172.32, and then you will get the rest of the kits for the rest of the year, and you don't have to worry about it anymore. It is a recurring thing. So if you don't tell it to stop, then the following year in January, it will automatically renew, and you would continue on receiving your layouts, which is, for me, it's great, because I don't have to worry about it then, unless your credit card is going to expire, right? The other perk or extra bonus of doing it as an annual is you get the little coupon inside that is for 30 free prints from Persnickety Prints. So not only do you get a 20% discount on your layouts, right? Number 1. Number 2, you get free shipping. Yeah. And number 3, you get 30 free prints each box. So you would get 120 free prints throughout the year. And so this is what this big sheet right here, the 8.5 by 11, basically is telling you. So like if you were to do the full 12 month, right, you're going to get the 3 boxes of 4 months. So it's $14.36 times your 12 months. And that ends up being $172.32 for the entire year. If you divide that by 48 layouts, because you're making 48 12 by 12 layouts, it ends up being $3.59 per layout. So that is an awesome deal, and then you can jazz them up too if you wanted to by adding whatever embellishments that you might have at home. All right, if you have any questions on how the pricing works, post down below, let me know, okay? Otherwise, I am moving along into the beautiful box and pulling out the second half of my January subscription. So in here is left is my February, March, and April, and we'll do those in the following months, okay? And then I'm going to set that right there. I'm going to shove my little stool in. All right. As we did earlier last week, I showed you guys, we did the first layout, which was this one right here with the Your Smile Makes Me Happy. Okay. Now, tonight, I'm going to show you the second layout and how I put it together and how quickly it comes together. Last Tuesday, I was in a hurry. I had 30 minutes to put this layout, the original layout together, because I needed to get Nathan to volleyball practice. This Tuesday, Sean took him to volleyball, so I didn't have to rush and do it. However, volleyball practice is done at 8 o'clock, so that is about an hour and 20 minutes from now, and I still wanted to work out before he gets home before we eat. So this is perfect because I have everything punched out. The punch outs are ready to go. I have my sticker sheet right here. Oops, I have my sticker sheets ready to go. So we'd already used the stickers from layout 1, and layout 2 is everything up above. The punch outs are already put into my pages protectors. So let's get started, shall we? Here is the instruction sheet that comes with it that always shows you how far down to put things and gives you any types of tips and tricks on the side. Okay, I'm going to put this page away off to the side because this one's already done. All right. One of the things, the awesome thing about the cut above, can't get it out of here, the cut above kits is that you guys, you only need adhesive. So the only things that I actually have sitting next to me are my 3D dots, and I dropped one set of them on the floor. Hang on. And you need a tape runner. So I just use my little Tombow adhesive tape runner, and we're good to go. That's it. You don't need a scissors. You don't need a paper trimmer. Of course, if you want to add extra pieces and, you know, to make them look different, or, you know, feel free to do that, but you really don't need it. That's why I love these kits, because they're quick and easy. So the first thing I'm going to do is we are given this piece. It's probably about 4 inches by 12 inches, and that just gets attached down on the left side. And I used the tape runners when I did the album retreat this weekend. I just put about 1.5 inches of tape runner, and it's gone. Good thing I have this other one up here, just in case. That album retreat, you guys, this last weekend was so much fun. I think that, I say this every time, that I think it's my favorite one, right? But it is. I learned so many tips and techniques and things that, yeah, I already owned the product, but I was a little nervous about using it. I didn't know how to use the texture paste. I didn't know if there was a tip and trick, and they tell you everything on how to do it. Okay, next I'm going to take this 12 by 12 sticker, and that's going to go right alongside the border here. But they made it super easy and super fun, and I didn't feel stupid. And there were so many, not only customers, but also consultants that, you know, we own the texture paste, but we just have never used it before. And having the mat to put it on, and oh, so much fun. Loved it. All right, I'm going to attach my 4x6 photo mat, or photo well, onto the mat itself. So when I have my photo, then I can just put it on top of here, and you can trim it down by 1/8 of an inch if you wanted to, the photo, so that you'd have a little bit of a backdrop to it if you wanted to. Okay, so this one is going to, it says right here, it's going to go up 2.5 inches and over 1.5 inches. And you know what I don't have right now with me, and I just want to get, is my Versamat. Love this thing. This is a must-have, you guys, when I do any type of crafting, especially when I'm doing layouts, because I like to have everything laid out, and so I can keep things kind of straight and organized here. All right, so when it's telling me I need to go up 2.5 inches, right? So that's roughly about here, and we're going over 1.5. So that's right about here. I don't do it exact, right? But I do it, I try to make it somewhat close. And then I totally didn't put any adhesive on the back. With my photo mats, you guys, I always add 3D foam tape behind them just to pop up the photo. Not every single time, but usually, especially on the bigger ones, gives it a little bit more dimension on your layout. Some people like flat layouts. I like lumpy and bumpy. I don't like them to be too thick and bumpy, but I do like some dimension. All right, what did I say now? Up 2.5, so that's about here, and over 1.5. Yeah, so that's about there. We eyeball it. Whoops, and I turn this. Okay, and then there is this scalloped watercolor sticker, and that one I'm going to leave flat, and that just gets put, let's straighten this out a little bit here. That one gets put right directly underneath. Okay. Let's see, what else do we have? We also have this sticker, this big banner, pennant, whatever you want to call it, that's been dovetailed, and then it has the white outline to it to make it look as though you have created it. And that is showing that you're going, it's flush against your photo, and it's up 3 inches. So 3 inches is roughly give or take here. We're going to stick that down. Where are all my other pieces here? I put these down so that I can kind of eyeball it to see. This is going to be over here, and this one will end up being up top here somewhere. We need to also put on, this is a sticker, which is a dovetail. It's right here. It is a dovetail so that you could do a little journaling. And on here it says, these are my people, on the example that they did. Because a good chunk of this is going over the top of a photo, I take baby powder or talc and just put it over a good chunk of that sticker so that it makes it not sticky anymore. So that I can add 3D foam tape to pop it off of the photo well. And then it also, there we go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the backing on 2 of them because 2 of these are going to actually sit on top of the photo. So I'll leave the backing on so it's not sticky, and I'll take the backing off of one of those so that it lines up off to the side here. And that one is just an eyeballing it on where we want to stick it. And so that's where I'm going to leave it. Okay. So my 3D foam tape is here, and it is also under these 2 spots, but I left the backing on so it's not sticky down there. Looks like we have this little cottage or house, which is a sticker. And I am going to leave that one flat. I'm not going to pop that one up because I'm then going to put 3D foam tape on the back of my flowers and pop that one. And because I left this sticker flat, I'm then going to pop up the Family Matters sticker. So it looks like I'm going to take both of these off of here and kind of see. So it looks like this is going to be up above here. And then I want to put my house over a little bit, right about there. All right. So again, I'm going to use the talc or the baby powder on the back of here. Just to make it not sticky anymore. And then I'm going to add some foam dots. We also sell, so we don't always have, I don't always use the foam dots, but I had bought a whole bunch of these. We also sell 3D foam tape rolls so that you could do it, you can peel off. It comes in 2 different sizes, widths I should say, a thin one and a thicker version of it. And then we also sell it in 2 different thicknesses. So the thin stuff I use on my cards so that those go through the mail without an issue. And then I use the thin stuff I use to go through the mail, and the thick stuff I use on my scrapbook pages just to give it a little bit more depth. So I'm adding some foam tape on here. And this can end up going on top of that flattened house there. If you hear my stomach grumbling, I apologize. And we don't typically eat at 8 o'clock, but I had a bigger lunch today, so I wasn't hungry at dinner before the boys left to go to practice. And now I am, so we're just going to get some takeout. All right, so we got that down. The other part that you're going to see is a house, a home is what is going to be, so it says family makes a house, a home. And those are, and it's hard to see it, so I'm going to bring it up here so that maybe you can see it. It says house and home are right here in white stickers. And, oh, and the A's are up here, which I didn't see originally. Okay. And these are very petite and thin little stickers, so I am definitely not putting any foam tape behind those. Okay. There we go. And I'm just lining these up. Oh, I should have tried we learned a technique at the album retreat on how to line up when you have a bunch of letters to spell words. So they're straight on your paper here. It wouldn't have helped with the A, but I could have done it maybe with the house. These are really petite though, so they might have ripped. How you use a ruler to stick portion of the sticker on and then use it to pull it off of this carrier sheet here and then so that it lays flat and lays nicely and evenly on your layout. All right, we're almost done here with the house. Perfect. I'm gonna get the other A out of here so I can do a home. All right. I don't know about you guys, but I was glad I didn't have to take Nathan to volleyball practice tonight because it is snowing here. And honestly, we have not had much, you know, when we've gotten it, it's all been kind of like in a big dump of it, and then it's done snowing for a while, and then we get a little bit, you know, a dusting here and there. So we have actually, in southern Wisconsin here, had it pretty easy, and our temperatures haven't been bad. They've been in the 30s, where a lot of times, you know, we'll get into the negatives. So I'll take the weather that we've been given. Almost done here, adding the E, and we've got our home listed on there. Okay, last part then is to add some 3D foam tape to the back of this bad boy. It's a big one. So I end up I probably put on more foam tape than some people, but definitely not as much as Karen Pedersen. We learned at corporate, she loves her foam tape because in the areas that you miss putting foam tape, especially if you're doing it behind photos, like where I only put it in the corners in the center, she puts like a lot of it left and right and left and right because your albums can get pretty heavy, and especially if you're storing them flat like this, the pressure of the layouts on top of them can push images and elements flat and make them kind of lumpy, like sagging and swaying and lumpy, bumpy, instead of being up and chunky. All right, so that is our left page. I think I've got all the things that, all the elements that were on here. I am almost out of foam tape there, or foam dots. I'm going to open up another pack here. Our foam dots, these are the thicker ones. So this is the 3D foam tape, and it's part number Z3342. I think it's like $5.95. And you get 2 sets of the bigger circles, and you get 2 sets of the smaller circles. And I love it for, especially when you're doing elements like this. Like, I prefer using the foam tape itself when I'm doing big pieces, like this big sticker down here if I were going to pop it, or these photo mats, just because you can tear it off with your fingers too. You don't have to use the scissors. You don't get your scissors gummy. But I love these littler ones for smaller elements and to get like underneath the leaves so that it's not, you know, when you use some of the tape, it's hard to rip off where you're, you know, a small chunk of it. All right. So we finished that half of the layout. Now let's do the other half. Okay, and I'm going to set this one off to the side for now. Line this bad boy back up. And we got our photo mats. We got some more flowers, and we got a journaling spot. All right, and so this is the base page. It has the watermarked, or the watercolored look yellow to it. I'm going to move that up. I don't know if you guys can see that. I hadn't been really looking at the camera very closely to see how much of this was showing in there. So hopefully you guys are able to see that. And the striped look to it. And so again, where did I lose my stickers? Off to the side. We have the 12-inch scalloped gray. Oh, I dropped it on my foot. And that is going right at the top of the, check that out. That was the piece that separated the 2 scallops together, the sticker. All right, so that was the garbage. So this part, we're lining up right on the top. I'm lining it up at the top of the yellow. Hopefully you're not seeing my top of my head in the camera as I'm looking down. I'm standing up. So the desk that I do my Facebook Lives and videos and stuff in is a taller desk. It's a standing desk. And so sometimes I have a chair that I can sit on and if I want, but I've had back issues, and so I've been doing a lot more standing because it doesn't hurt. So for here now, This piece right here, the journaling, I would always leave flat. I would not pop that up with 3D foam tape, because if you're putting it together from the start like this, you're going to have a hard time if you put 3D tape behind that, writing on that to do any type of journaling later on. So that I would leave flat, but these little cute little hearts, depending on the size of those, I might pop those babies up just to give some dimension there. And then these two, the photos, I'm going to pop those up so that then there is a little bit of dimension to it. Just lets your eye look other places. Since these are smaller, the 3x4s, I'm just going to put these tiny little pieces in the corner here. All right. And my garbage is really full, so I see I have a whole bunch of the backing all over the place on the floor. All right, so this one just gets put right here flush with the side of the layout. And then we're going to take the photo well, and like I said, I'm going to leave that, or photo well, the journaling prompt, we're going to leave that flat as is. And then it's a 4x6 that goes right down next to it. So then I'm going to add my foam tape to that, my foam dots. Okay. And just looking ahead at that top one, the top part of the layout, that pink banner there is a sticker, and again it's got the fun little white lines to make it look as though somebody had doodled on it. And I'm going to leave that one flat, and then the flower cluster, I'll pop that up like I did the flower cluster on the other page. So this one ends up going right next to the journaling prompt and flush with the side of your layout. So that section's done. We're going to put, I'll put the little hearts on last. So here we have, so our photo well is 4x6, and then the backdrop to it is 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. So this one I am going to put that flat on here, and I'll pop the whole mat up like I did the original on the left side. Okay. I can hear Morgan, my daughter, out in the outside my craft room. She's talking to the kittens. Oh, there was my stomach grumbling. Sorry, guys. Let's see here. All right, we got that off. So in our directions, it's telling us that right here, it's 1/2 inch down, okay, and it is 5/8 of an inch over. So 5/8 would be roughly there. Okay, got that on there. And like I had said before, we got our banner, or light pink banner sticker, and that is going 7/8 down. So I'm just going to eyeball that baby and put that one right about there. These flowers, I have them going the right way. Those I'm going to pop up so that they're off the page a little bit. And again, it's a bigger area, so I'm going to put a few of those on and then fill in the little leaves with some little dots just so that they don't get scrunched. And then I kind of do this. All right. Oops, I got caught on my finger and came back on the paper. Okay, one more. Stuck on my finger. Oh, you know what? I did not look ahead on there. And this part of the leaf, this longer piece right here, is going to go overlap on top of your photo. I do not want that to stick down, so I'm putting the backing back on that little circle. Whoop. Oh, there it is. I'm going to lay that back on there just so that that isn't sticky, so it doesn't stick down on there. The rest of them are okay. And we'll put it right there. perfect. Real close to the edge, but not quite. And then the last part, I always go back through to make sure my stickers, so I know my hearts have to go on here, but the last other big sticker that's on this page is this cute little, I don't know what you want to call it, little banner, and that goes right above this layout. Now I'm going to make that not a sticker anymore because it's going to attach onto the top of where my picture will eventually go, and I don't want it there. I don't want it to stick to that piece because it's original, you know, it's going to go above the photo. So what I do in that case is I put the 3D foam dots, instead of putting them onto the sticker itself, I move them onto the paper so that I can see exactly where it's going to be, and then I know it's not going to stick to my photo, right? I put them right above it. And then I just make sure that I've got them completely covered. And there we go. So you can see here, you can slide your picture right underneath both sides, and it's not going to, the sticker's not going to attach to it. And then I also will end up sticking, I'll leave the backing on the back of that one side and stick one right here, just so that when it's in its page protector, that it doesn't push flat, doesn't smush it. All right, let's add the little hearts, and these buggers are small, so I am not going to put, can you see how little they are here? I am not going to put those on with foam tape because then I would have to cut it and slice it and dice it, and that's not any fun, especially when they're that small. So these will lay flat, which is not a problem. Last one. Super cute. So now we have it all complete. I'm going to move this stuff off to the side so that you can see both of them together. And again, it was super quick, super fast and easy. And I feel accomplished. I've created 2 layouts in a very short period of time, right? It didn't take me hours. It took me maybe half hour, and that's with me blabbering, probably about 20 minutes because I think it was 6:40. It took me about 20 minutes to put this double page layout together, and it would coordinate, it's set to coordinate with the January paper pack, which is Happiness Lives Here. So it's not going to be the exact same colors, but you're going to have colors that are very similar and close, and it's not going to be the same patterns. So it would look good if you created the workshop or if you created your own layouts from that paper pack. If you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to post them down below or send me a private message. Otherwise, I can't wait to show you next. Tomorrow will be probably an unboxing of the Craft with Heart card making subscription. And when I do that one, we'll do the unboxing, and then in a separate video, I will start to do cards with that one. And if you guys are familiar with the subscription for the card making program, there are 24 cards. So there's 12 different designs. You make 2 of each card. And then I'm going to do it where we're going to do in the first video, it'll be cards 1, 2, and 3. And so you make 2 of each, and I'm going to make one the way that the kit is intended, right? That with all the components that you were given. And then with the second one, I'm going to dress it up, whether I'm using some ribbon or some shimmer trim or some gems, just to add a little bit more bling to it so that you can see the difference in the 2. So that will be coming up in the next couple weeks as well. All right, guys, have a great evening. Stay happy, stay healthy, and keep crafting, and I'll talk to you later.